How do you stay so consistent? I've been at the gym for years now, and the slightest change in work or my life and gym is the first thing that gets put on the back burner.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have fallen victim to this too many times, particularly in the last 2 years of being like a startup business. It's always been like the gym for me, even though like I literally run an online health and fitness company, like the gym should be my life. I went through a season where it wasn't. And I think what I had to do with myself, and Russ and I were able to do this reflection together, was be like, all right, let's identify our number one priority. So for those listening, what I want you to do right now is sit there and think, what is my number one priority in life? And that will never change. It may be your kids, it may be your business, it may be your health, it may be, whatever it is. Identify that one thing for me. And then what I want you to now do is think about, how does going to the gym, exercising not only my body, but my mind, going to benefit that priority? Let's use the kids analogy, for example. If you're not going to the gym, and if you're not filling up your own cup, which is in turn not only just physical, like it's going to improve your energy levels, your tolerance, your patience in sometimes, then of course, it's going to start falling apart. You're going to start falling apart. So identify the gym as something that's actually going to benefit your priority, which for you might be your kids.
Yeah, and I think a personal lesson that we've definitely learned is that when we are training, when we are focusing on our nutrition, when we're exercising frequently, our productivity with work is far better. So even though we might be spending slightly less time working because we are prioritizing going to the gym and exercising, our productivity when we are working is far better. So we get more done in less time, meaning that the business moves forward even quicker than it was, rather than us not going to the gym. We end up then feeling shit about ourselves, and it becomes just a massive vicious cycle. So really trying to change those priorities and look at how the gym can help your main priority and then making it work.
I think it's just all it comes down to is just, yes, identifying your priorities and seeing health and fitness, or see going to the gym as so much more than just physical. And the minute that you see that, the minute you're like, all right, if that gets bumped down to my last priority, how can I bring it back up there to help with my first priority in life?
Yeah, definitely. One thing that we found personally recently that's really, really helped is finding a time of the day that works. So rather than looking at priorities and the long term, let's think about now the short term, day to day. How can we make that consistent routine? So we used to, pretty much for our whole relationship actually, we've pretty much trained at between 10 and 12 in the morning. So we'd get up, we'd do a bit of work, and then we'd go to the gym at between 10 to 12, come back, and then work again in the afternoon. However, recently we've noticed that we were missing a lot of sessions because the bigger and bigger we've grown in business, the more people that Coaching Society is helping, the more headaches that there are.
The more fires we need to put out.
Yeah, we have to put out fires on a day-to-day basis, every single day. No word of a
lie, every single day.
There is a fire that we have to put out. But we've decided now let's move our training sessions to the morning, not because we can't get them done during the day. We are fortunate and super fortunate that we can be quite flexible with our work, that we can work around going to the gym at what times we want to go. But we decided that we were missing gym sessions, trying to get them in at 10 or 12 in the morning because something would have happened that would be in our mind that we'd then go, nah, screw this, I'm not going to the gym today. I've got other shit that I need to be focusing on in the business. So we're now getting in there about 7:30 in the morning, getting that session done after going for a walk with Hades. And that means then that there's no fires that have happened yet at that time in the morning. We get that session in regardless of what happens through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And then we can stay consistent.
So I think that's a fantastic way to look at, in this particular case of this question, if work is kind of bumping your gym sessions or your fitness down to the end, how to navigate that.
Yeah, definitely.